All right, Adam, thank you. It is Zydeco Thursday, and we have our good friend Chubby Carrier on. Thanks so much for being back.
I like that. I'm looking at.
I know we're fancy now. We have a little open and everything.
I feel so special.
You are special. Oh my goodness. So Chubby, we're talking about some of the legacies in your family today.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Bebe and Calvin Carrier.
Yeah. Bebe and Calvin Carrier. They were Carrier brothers. They did Zydeco before it was called Zydeco.
Really?
It was called French Lala. They was going to the Lala to a dance. Huh. They wouldn't even call it Zydeco back then, you know. But when they get together and play music, it was so powerful.
Yeah.
Just to be able to hear those two play twin fiddles. They were fiddle players. They weren't accordion players.
Oh, I'm sure that must have been amazing to watch and hear.
When he told me, he says, yeah, I made my first fiddle and I used some horsehair.
He made it himself?
He made his first fiddle out of a shoe box. And they used to smoke cigars and a cigar box. His bottom was the bottom of the fiddle was his a fiddle. And I said, how'd you do that? He said, yeah, when you back in the days and you can't afford it, you got to make your own instruments.
Yeah.
And he made his own fiddle way back then, you know?
What was that like for you to kind of be part of a family that has such a big legacy?
It was amazing. Let me tell you why. Because coming up as a kid, back then, unfortunately, I'm glad that I didn't have PlayStations and all that stuff. I get to play an instrument.
Yeah.
And watch my grandfather, watch my cousin Bebe and Calvin with those instruments tell a story. You know, like I said, he was too poor to buy instruments.
Yeah.
They made their own instruments, right?
That's incredible.
They made their own instruments. And he said, from horsehair? He said, yes. Fine tooth, you take that, you're gonna do what you gotta do, son. And I said, what you did with the instrument? I took that instrument and I told a story.
Yeah. How did you see them kind of grow Zydeco? Because before you said it was called the Lala.
Yeah, because you see, the thing about it, Clifton Chenier came back and named it Zydeco Music because they needed a name because he was singing a song, Le Zydeco Son Passelet, which means the snap beans is not salty. Everything is about food in Louisiana. So they want to put a little bit of Le Zydeco with the snap beans, and they started singing Le Zydeco Son Passelet. And the next thing Clifton said, we got to name this music. Le Zydeco. He made up a word. Zydeco, that's what we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call this music, Zydeco Music. But Bebe and Calvin didn't name it. They were just playing French music. Yeah. They sang all their songs in French, you know? And too bad for me as a kid, when they started talking and singing in French, a lot of stuff they just started talking about. I was that nosy kid, they didn't want me to know what they were talking about.
So they would talk in French?
So they stopped talking French. They stopped talking English and talk French.
So now I just got to talk French in case there's something that I don't want you to know.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, because you don't want me to know, they start talking French. And I was catching on for a while, don't get me wrong, because I wanted to know what they were talking about, you know? Then my daddy started teaching me, but what happens? When you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we stopped talking.
And I want to talk about your dad too, Roy. What was that like, kind of growing up with him? What do you think his legacy is?
Daddy was a blues man. He loved the blues, but he took it and played it on the accordion. And I said, wow, you took your guitar licks and you put them on accordion. You know, that's amazing. But that gave me an idea to take my music and take it, and Daddy said, don't be Bebe, don't be Calvin, don't be your daddy, be yourself. And I said, I'm gonna take what you just did and Bebe and Calvin, what they did, and I'm gonna create a Chubby Carrier sound. Yeah. And now I'm getting a topic that they hear me play the accordion and goes, wow, man, you like the Jimi Hendrix of accordion player. You know, because that came from the blues thing.
I love that. Yeah. I love how you guys each had your own style, your own, and you each grew Zydeco in your own way.
In our own way. It's like you're growing your farm. When they were all out there working as croppers, you know? They was all growing different, everything. Okra, I don't care, potatoes. But you see, do that with your music. Like making a gumbo. You can have your own ingredient, add your own. And that's exactly what I did, and it took me to win a Grammy.
I love that. I love that. I love hearing your stories. Chubby, can you play us out? Because Adam is going to give a tease for the weather. All right, welcome back. It is Zydeco Thursday, and it wouldn't be Zydeco Thursday without Moriah Hargrave. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So we kind of talked to Chubby earlier about how he kind of got involved in music and the legacies. I want to talk about you, because you are Miss Zydeco Dance Queen. How did you kind of get into Zydeco dance?
Well, I have to be honest. When I was a much younger version of myself, I did not like chanky chank. That's what I called it. I did not understand why they were speaking a language that nobody understood, and I couldn't deal with it at all. So of course I get into high school, I study French, I start college, and I decided because I spoke Spanish better that I probably should major in French. All of my interest in studies geared me toward the culture after that. and the more I traveled other countries and just saw other ways of living and different music, I just fell in love with our culture because it is so special and it's so different. So I ended up majoring in French, and you know, my whole research with my festival experience and background during my master's degree was on festivals like Caribbean Creole and the print media coverage for that. So I ended up really, really falling in love with the culture hard. But it took, I mean, it's just funny how ironic my start was.
How everything works out for a reason, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Now, would you say that Zydeco dance has evolved over the years? Or would you say it's kind of, you said, it does.
Yeah, it has, because I've been able to talk to older people who used to Zydeco, and they say, oh, it's not at all the way the young people do it today. You know, and it's true, because I still see older couples out there dancing, and it's more syncopated. It's like they stick closer together, and with younger dancing, it's just a little more fluid and
more loose.
Yeah, it's more loose. It's more relaxed, and even the music reflects that. Like a lot of Chubby's music, not all of it, but some of it it's that old school, fast, you know, just driving Zydeco that draws people to this area. And then some of the newer music has more hip hop. It's got more, you know, cover music in it.
Now, here's a question. Do you think that the two kind of evolve together but separately on their own? Because you were just saying that with the newer music, it's different style, but with the older music, it's that, do you think they evolve together in their own way?
I would say so. I would say so. Because even like, you know, Chubby knows that he's brought in, you know, different songs that are more popular, that are younger. Then you've got the younger artists who have brought in the older style. And so they definitely, but it's distinct, even within Zydeco and Creole communities. It's not like Zydeco is the same across the board. So it's pretty different.
I feel like we could talk history all day. I love picking your brains and learning from you guys. I love having you every first Thursday. Guys, don't go anywhere, because Adam and I are going to be learning a new dance from Moriah. Adam, get ready, buddy.
I just love all the giggles over there, you know, it's wonderful. A live look.
Welcome back. It is Zydeco Thursday. We're hanging out with Chubby Carrier and Moriah Hargrave, two of our favorites. Okay, you have a new dance move for us.
That's right. So today we're going to teach the Zydeco Slide.
I love it.
All right, and this one is only done in open position, which let me just demonstrate. Closed is here.
Okay.
Open is one hand, right?
Oh.
So we're going to be doing open position, and the Zydeco Slide is never done in closed. That's just the important thing that you need to know.
Okay.
The next thing is that as the leader, so are you so you're the leader.
That's a question.
Are you?
Yep, you're the leader.
We'll see.
And so you're going to start with your feet together, leader, just the leader.
Okay.
And you're going to step to the left.
Okay, hold on, I gotta go.
Yeah, there you go. Step to the left, then slide to the right.
I'm going to step out of your way.
So you're going to step to the left, slide to the right, then you're going to tap left.
Yeah, I was.
So tap,
and
then come down, and then step to the right, slide to the left, tap that right foot, and come down. So it's a tap and down. So you're going to go
very
step,
complex.
Slide,
I have faith
down.
in you.
So for the followers, you're doing the exact opposite. So you're going to go to the right, slide left, tap right, come down right, then step left, slide right, tap left, down left.
Interesting.
Okay.
It looks super easy, but it's going to be.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
Step and tap and slide and tap. Right?
It's a 4 count,
Step,
so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love this girl. She's just something else.
Okay.
Laura's so
And this
good.
is why I don't need to be here. We got 3 perfectly capable people, and we can get Chubby up there. You know.
We love you, Adam. That's why we
Don't
have
leave
to
me
have you
hanging,
here.
man. Don't leave me hanging.
What does this look like with music?
Let me see.
Can y'all demonstrate first and then we'll follow? I think we can do this. I think we could do it.
I need to ask about the hands though. So.
Okay. Question about hands.
Hands, because you said it's open.
Yes.
Right. So.
So we just hold one hand.
Yeah.
Just one hand.
One hand.
And then
And how
you're going to
far
hold. Yeah. So
apart.
Well, the far apart distance is always determined by where your elbow naturally rests at your side.
Oh.
So where your elbow naturally rests at your side is where your distance is going to be. So if you're a little bit stretched out, then you're too far. So you're going to come in a little bit, and then there you are. That's that's where you need to be.
Are you ready
So
to
then-
try with music?
We probably need to step up here.
Yeah. Ready? Can y'all come up? We gotta watch.
Just so we're into the video wall.
Ready?
I think you gotta go this way first. Now, this way. Step.
Slide, touch.
Wait, other-
Step, touch.
I'm so confused.
Slide.
You got-
You always tap the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We got this. Step.
Am I supposed to?
No, I go right first. You go left. I'm sorry.
Perfect song choice.
Try it again. We got this.
I just love the dichotomy of it all. Okay. To your
Step.
left.
Touch. Slide. Touch. Step. Touch. Slide. Touch. Step. They're showing us up over here. Slide. Touch.
Look, I'm just
Oh my
happy
God.
that we've gotten this far, right?
We'll be right back after this.
Goodness.
Stay with us. I'm gonna get it. I know what is.
Chubby just insulted me, and I am not here for it.
We're gonna sing.
Come on, man. You got that, Adam. You got it.
We're gonna swap places. We're gonna do the accordion.
Oh,
Chubby's
we'll
gonna
try it.
dance. Thank y'all for joining us. Chubby, hit it. Okay. Oh wait.
There we go, Adam.
Ah!